I want to stand out. I want to introduce non-gamers to games. That's my starting goal. Hello, everybody. My name is TheBad0men, and I want to just talk about myself for a little bit here. So, a lot of you know me as either former classmates or family, friends, other things like that. And you may think that this whole thing is a little weird, but I guarantee you it's weirder on my end than anything else. So I want to talk about, just to introduce myself a little bit. My name is Jonathan. I go by JD. Those are my initials. And I don't know when I did, but I changed my gamer tag to TheBad0men a long time ago. It was seriously anywhere from 2 to 4 years ago on Xbox, and I don't know where it was or where it came from, but it was. I've always considered myself to be kind of a poet because reasons, and it seemed like a very poetic phrase, and it just kind of stuck with me, and I liked it, and I chose it. And so I still use it now, and I use it for everything. My name, I am TheBad0men. That's who I am. My whole life, I've been going to schools where we studied science and math and all these other things. And while I've enjoyed it and I've always been good at it, especially as I entered high school, I learned that that's not what I wanted to do. And yeah, I love media. For the longest time as a kid, I thought I was going to be a writer. Just because I like writing, I like stories, I like poetry, all that. And I had never done anything with that. And so, come 12th grade, when I'm supposed to be figuring out what college I want to go to and all this and that, I just kind of broke down. I didn't have anything to do. I didn't know where I wanted to go. I had nothing. And so I've turned to this now a little bit, making videos and playing games, because I love games. They were a huge part of my childhood, and they mean everything to me. Who I am now, I can say it's because of games. I used to read books a lot as a kid. I'd go through novels every week or two, and I loved reading. I absolutely loved it. And then as I've gotten older, I've turned more and more to playing games. Now, usually people my age, like, gaming kind of drops down on the list of important things, as it very well should. But for me, it's only become more important, more of a guide on the path that I want to follow. And maybe that's a sign that this is the right path that I should be going on. Not making videos, but making video games. And I've spent a lot of time over the last year or so, since I graduated, researching how to make games and everything. And I've learned more and more as time has gone on that I don't have the tools and I don't have the knowledge, and that's obviously what school's for. But for now, until I finally decide to go to school, which would probably be soon, but I want to do this, because for the first time in really my whole life, this is something that I know I want to do. I don't have other people around me telling me anything. This is all me. This is all my decision, and this is something that I know I want to do, and it'll be the first thing that I've really done for myself to help me in my future ever. And that's why I'm reluctant to give it up. This whole thing, I have a dream job somewhere down the future. That's me at the head of a studio making games, me working on the story, me leading a team of people, me managing. I've always been a good manager, project manager, that kind of thing. And so another dream job that I have down the line somewhere is this. And I know that what I'm doing, making videos and everything, which I'm not very good at right now, yeah, but I know that it will find success. The question is, what degree of success will it find? Will it be a few hundred? Will it be a few 100,000? Or will it be millions? And I, like a lot of other people who watch gamers on YouTube, I watch two that stand out are Mark and Jack. And normally YouTubers don't call out other YouTubers or anything, but I'm a nobody. It doesn't matter. But they have kind of shown me that this is a possibility rather than just something that would be nice. It's something that can happen, and I want to help people for as long as I was in school, for as long as I've been working over the last year, and hearing the stories that those guys share with people whose days they make better, that they make laugh, that they get them through hard times. I want that. I love people in general, and I've never really liked to get close to people just because I don't like hanging around a lot. But I want to help people too. I do, and I want to do it while I do something that I love. I've been working as a chiropractic assistant for the last year, and it's been good. And my favorite part is talking with people and hearing their stories, brightening their day, that kind of thing. And I love it. I love doing it. People are so special. And I can kind of do that while I do this. I have no reason to be getting teary-eyed right now, so ignore that. I want to stand out as a part of the gaming community that does not live up to the stereotypes that everybody that is outside of that community perceives us as. Gamers are the jerks and just the whole mantra of what being a gamer is been corrupted by the popular way of seeing things. Gamers, you get that, like, play games like Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty. I'm a competitive player in Call of Duty. Or I love to play it for the competitive side of things. But you get all these guys who run their mouths off and are just have no respectability to them. The utter just grossness of who they behave like, that they don't in real life, but online they do. As if online is not some form of real life. I want to stand out from all of them, and I want the people that watch to be the same, that are gamers. I want us to stand out as a beacon of morality that is not corrupted or whittled down, but gets stronger with age. You get, like Mark and Jack, you've got these wonderful guys who really are out there to help people have fun and just kind of improve the overall quality of who they are and who watch them, their communities. But they've got a sense of broken morality because they preach goodness, and they're great people, and I admire them immensely. But they've kind of, it feels like they've kind of gotten sucked into the same kind of moral corruption that everyone around us has. That while you should respect everybody and you should, be kind to everybody, people are still unrespectable. And it's complicated, and stuff runs on in my mind and whatnot. But I want to be the person that people can watch and feel wholesome and clean watching. That's just who I am. That's who I've always been around people. Regardless of what they believe in or what kind of people they are, that's what I want to do. And I don't want to talk too long, but I want to talk about a couple more things. Games are wonderful. They're a wonderful medium, and they are my medium of choice. I don't spend my time watching movies or watching television. I spend my time playing games, and I love them for it. I play games now like I used to read books as a kid. I take them apart in my mind. I see how the people made them, what aspects of their lives that they put into those games, into their characters, the stories of games. I absolutely love the stories of games. And you can't have a good game without a good story. And I want to introduce people who don't understand games to what that is and what it's like. Games are a wonderful medium. They are. And they allow for some of the most creative, unique, and cool things that you can't do anywhere else. But people are so... I don't know. I feel like a lot of gamers are ashamed of being gamers because of all the negative things that come along with it. And especially coming from parents and whatnot, it's... I want to stand out. I want to introduce non-gamers to games. That's my starting goal. I've for the few videos I've done, and for the few and for the upcoming ones that I'm doing, I'm focusing entirely on games that I've played before because I know what's in them. I know what content they have, and so on. And what my goal is, as of right now, is to introduce non-gamers to games that would otherwise have no introduction to them, no good way to be introduced to them. And so what I want to do is extend a formal invitation to adults, for the most part, that don't know what games are. So any of you adults out there that know me and live your lives, I invite you to take a little bit of time, even if you don't watch a lot, just watch a little. I invite you to use me as an introduction to what games are and what games can be as a medium to those who don't abuse it or foul it up. This is me just playing games like I would with my friends or my siblings and anybody. This is games for the sake of playing games, for having fun, for hearing a good story, and just thinking. And as a last little way to close things up here, I got all these things running through my mind and I'm not sure just what to talk about. But for those, as a follow-up to my invitation to you all, I'd like to clarify that games are not mindless. And I've heard that my whole life. My whole life, video games have been frowned upon. And that's only made my resolve to play them and to love them stronger. Which you can take however you want, for better or worse. But games do not... Alright. Games are not mind-numbing. They're not brainwashing by frontward intent. They might be in the way that they influence people's lives, as in people that just play over and over and don't play anything else, and that's all that they do with their time, and I can understand that. But games are inherently a sport of the mind. That is what they are. There's nothing physical about them. But they are absolutely a sport of the mind. It's like playing a board game. It's all about your mind and the way that you perceive things and the way that you think and the way that you solve problems. Games are problem solving things. And that's why people like them, is because it gets their minds working. A lot of games have great stories, and that's like you experience that, and it's like reading a book. And it is the coolest thing. And there are a couple games I can think of that I will do that to convey this message. But games are not mindless. And take some time and look through what I have to show, and you will see that they are not. But despite the stigma that there is about games and guns and all this other crap, I'd like to point out that yes, while guns are used in games often, and I'd love to know the percentage of games that actually have guns in them. It is just a way to build something that people will be open to receiving, and integrating interesting mechanics into it to get the mind to work in different ways, regardless of having a gun in your hand. And like I said, I'll show some stuff, and I'm trying not to blab on too much here, the same thing over and over. But games are wonderful. They, without a doubt, to me, they are wonderful, and they can influence people to be better. And if you talk with gamers that are people and not the scum you hear online all the time, games influence people to take action and to be intelligent in their decisions and all this other stuff. But I don't want to talk about the statistics and the other uninteresting numbers and other things like that. What I want to say is games are incredible, and I want to show why, and I want to show how, and I want to show different games and everything. And so I'll just leave it at that. But to sum it up, just as the last thing I can think of before I waste any more of your time, this whole thing that I'm doing here, this whole project, the whole YouTube thing, making videos, maybe it'll pay off itself sometime. Maybe it'll open doors of connections for me that I wouldn't otherwise have. But once I have the time to start really working hard on this, which I do want to do, at least for a few months, and see how it goes, I want to start making music. I love music, and I want to cover songs and theme songs of various things, and I want to include those in my videos at the ends. I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know how to record anything before that first Rainbow Six run that I did, and it was so much fun. It was horribly embarrassing, and I wasn't ever planning on uploading it, but I did, and that is the video of mine that has the most views. Of course, I only have a few of them anyway, but it was so much fun, and I'm having so much fun doing this, even if it's not the highest quality stuff. I'm still not used to it yet, and so, I'd ask you to give me a little bit of time, for those that intend to watch me, at least for a little bit. But yeah, my mind's all over the place, and I can't remember what I was going to talk about. What I said before about this having a degree of success, whether it be hundreds or tens of hundreds or tens of thousands, the people that I watch online that inspire me have told me that regardless of the opposition that you stand in front of, you try, because you will regret it so much if you don't. And everybody else in my life has told me not to. Everybody else has told me in my life that what I want is not important, that it doesn't matter, that it's irrational, that it's unseemly, that it's this and that and this and that. And I don't care, because I know what I like. I know what I have a passion for, and I don't know where that passion belongs in that realm yet. But I'm directing it to this now, until I decide to go to school and to make games, which I want to do someday. But I'm doing this now because this could open up so many opportunities for me. I will enjoy putting everything I have into doing this, and because this could be a road to success for me, even if it's short term. And so rather than breaking what I want to do down like everybody else has done in my life, I ask, except for a few, I'll clarify, except for a few. If you haven't done it, I would ask that you grant me the opportunity to provide some content, and that you would consider watching it. Because my channel can only grow. It's a matter of how long I have to spend time on it and how fast it does. I believe that the number is that you make about $2 on every 1,000 views that have ads. And when this starts paying for itself, it only goes uphill from there. But that takes time. And so the only thing I can ask, I'd like to encourage people to comment and have discussions and just be generally nice to one another. I would say that the most valuable thing that any one of you could do for me is to share my videos, because even if you don't like them, somebody might, and all it takes is one person to get another person to like a video, and then they keep coming, and then it goes from there. And I don't even want to think about whether this is worth it in the long run, because I want to do it regardless. And so I ask that you share my videos, if you would take the time to do so, and don't spam people about it and anything. But for those of you that aren't familiar with how the YouTube site works and Facebook pages and all that, for those of you that are interested in watching me, I would say subscribe to me on YouTube, which you just have to have a Google account for, and then every time I make a video, you would be notified on YouTube. And if you don't care to do that or don't want to do that, you could like my Facebook page. There's nothing on my Facebook page really yet, but my Facebook page is where I announce my videos and releases and everything. And so I would just say like my Facebook page, and you'll know when I come out with stuff. But we'll let that be that. I've been talking for like 20 minutes now. Yeah, I didn't intend to do that. But I'll leave it off now with just saying that every time that I record something and I'm editing something, I make myself laugh. And that's always what I do. My jokes are not to make other people laugh. My jokes are to make myself laugh. And that's how it's been for a long time. And just listening to myself and laughing at myself gets me so excited that I'm doing this, that I have wanted to do this for a year, and I'm doing it now. And I wonder where I would have been if I had started this a year ago. Would I already be in a position of success? Would I already be in a position where I didn't have to worry about whether this was a worthy endeavor or not, or if it was just a waste of time? I wonder, but I don't regret it, because I've grown a lot as a person in the last year, and it's provided me the opportunity to start doing this now. So I'm so excited. I'm happy to be playing. I'm happy to be recording, and I'm out there. I'm putting it all out there, and I'm just happy to have done it. And I don't think that, regardless of how bad this does fail, if it does, that I could regret having spent my time doing this, because it has been such a heartwarming thing for me to do. And with that, with my emotion drained out of me after that first little bit, and still trying to come up with things to talk and speak cohesively and coherently, I'll leave it at that. Until the day when I get an intro or an outro or anything remotely professional, all I can end my videos with is, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed. I really do. And until next time, and I hope to see you next time, this is me. This is the Bad Omen, signing off.